Hello, Hatboro-Horsham. I'm Scott Eveslage, Superintendent of Schools, back again for another Hat Chat Minute. Today I'd like to share some perspective on the guidance that was released on January 11th about how schools should be handling the COVID mitigation strategies that we're all working with. As we all know, the Omicron variant has been very pervasive. It's spreading quickly. We're seeing numbers that we have not seen in our area or in the country before. However, we also know that the Omicron variant is manifesting itself much more mildly when individuals contract the virus. Certainly not to minimize it in any way, but it does provide some context. And this pervasiveness of the virus has shifted some of the guidance as far as how we should best handle it, particularly questioning the value of contact tracing when going backwards. For example, if we have a case, we have to go back sometimes 2 or 3 days or even more to try to contact trace. Because the virus is so pervasive, that practice has been deemed less valuable as a mitigation strategy. The shift has been to more of a symptoms monitoring approach and really putting an onus on individuals to monitor symptoms. If you're asymptomatic in any way, to stay home, test if you can test, and if a student or a staff member does test positive, to make sure you isolate for 5 days. Upon resolution of the symptoms and being fever-free for 24 hours, students and staff members are permitted to return to school. The reason for that shift and reduction in quarantine is because the contagious period for the virus is usually in the first 2 or 3 days of contracting the virus or testing positive. So you have relieved some of yourself of the contagiousness and you are permitted to return to school. In the meantime, it's very important that we maintain our universal masking. There are new programs around called Mask to Stay that allow students who are close contacts but asymptomatic to remain in school. And our testing resources that we have in school are going to be focused on testing symptomatic individuals or testing those who are in the Mask to Stay program so they can stay in school. This is really going to take a group approach. It's going to take everyone committed to continuing to mask consistently and follow those strategies with some vigilance and self-monitor. We need people to stay home if they're symptomatic and really self-monitor. It's going to take a group effort to keep our schools open, and I appreciate everyone doing their part. Please stay safe, Hatters.